Hey everyone, welcome back to Luxury Vehicles, the channel where we dig into the most iconic, stylish, and timeless machines to ever hit the road. Today, we're rolling back the clock to the rugged late 70s to check out a true American classic, a truck that's built like a rock, looks like a beast, and has enough vintage charm to turn heads even in today's world of high-tech pickups. We're talking about the 1977 Ford F-150 Ranger 4x4. Now, before the F-150 became the best-selling truck in America for decades straight, it was already proving itself as a serious contender in the full-size pickup scene. The 1977 model year was actually a pretty big deal for Ford. That year marked the second model year of the F-150, which had been introduced in '75 as a bridge between the lighter F-100 and the heavier F-250. And with the Ranger trim and 4x4 capability? This truck wasn't just made for work, it was made for adventure. The styling on this thing is pure Americana. Boxy, bold, and built with that no-nonsense attitude that defines classic American trucks. The 1977 Ford F-150 Ranger had a wide, commanding stance, a clean front grille with that unmistakable Ford lettering, and a long bed that meant business. The chrome trim, badging, and two-tone paint options available on the Ranger trim added just enough flash to make it stand out without going over the top. It was the kind of truck that looked just as good pulling up to a construction site as it did parked outside a weekend cabin in the mountains. Under the hood, buyers had a few engine options to choose from, but the big ones that caught attention were the 351 Windsor and the 400 cubic inch V8S. These engines gave the F-150 Ranger plenty of muscle, whether you were hauling heavy loads, towing a trailer, or just ripping through some off-road terrain. The 4x4 system was legit, 2 manual locking hubs and a 2-speed transfer case gave you serious off-road capability, and back then, it wasn't just about looking tough. You had to be tough. This truck was made for real work and real roads, not just mall parking lots. Inside the cab, the Ranger trim level offered a little extra comfort and style. We're talking about bench seats with extra padding, wood grain accents across the dash, and even optional features like air conditioning and an AM/FM stereo. For 1977, that was living the high life in a pickup. The layout was simple and durable, but it had just enough flair to make those long drives or long days on the job a little more enjoyable. What really makes the 1977 Ford F-150 Ranger 4x4 special is that it hit that perfect balance between utility and style. It wasn't trying to be a luxury truck in the modern sense, it was about grit, power, and dependability. But it had character. It had presence. And it still does. These trucks are getting more and more attention from collectors and vintage truck enthusiasts for a reason. They represent a time when trucks were built to last and designed with purpose. Here at